السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. من في الجولة دي أنا كده ولا برنامجك مرة عالمك وركا وين برنامجك كتيران ولي بقى كلها هيال قرية وجميال ويس على الجديد كينيا حسرنا كجرت يلو قوليه وزير ده منتيو وضد دري أما شل دري والهايك ودنك برنامج كسين كاين إسرائيل على الجديد يوسف عصب ولا مقعبي قضبة كلا نسين هاي ولي بقى كلها مشكلة يا ولي بقى يشين هو صندوقيان قبتيو خلال جران ودمار أفريقيا برنامجك ياسين قد بيانا qodobada kalena barnaamijka Sinkaya waliba kudaha China iyo waliba ciidamadiisa military kilometer jarta jiyahaye xadka Belarus taasi hadalheena dhaliyay waa ciidan military barnaamijka Sinkaya qodobada kalena Sinkaya waliba kudaha Hamas iyo saxaafad waliba sirasneen beenidey duulaanka Israa'iil oo koonfurta Gaza iyo Belarus hogaamiyalka barnaamijka yaasin ku gudbiyana Israa'iil waliba iyo duulaan bil muddoqaan ay ka jeestay koonfurta Gaza بيلي وكام لدين كيران كونتون قصدي الجزيرة ورقي برامجك ياسين كاينة صاحبيال قطب داس يورك ياسين قد بيان برامجكم مرا عالم كمين في barnaamijka mura caalamka wartelka Arlaadiya lidarartana saaxiibayaal war-saxaafadeed iyo hasaartii kooxda Hamas waliba ay sheegtay in beeniya ayaan wararka sheegay in Ruushka waa in Israa'iil iyo dili hogaamiyaal kora oo ka tirsan ururka Hamas waliba iyo markaasi taas ka sheegana warbaahinta Al-Jazeera bartilmaameedka iyana waliba hay hogaanka Qassam iyo war-saxaafadeedka Hamas ka sheegay in markaasi sheegashada beenta ee qarax xasuuqiyo jeesteen Israa'iil kadii aad markaasi tooraan sheegan ciidanka Israa'iil goob nabdoon iyo dadka ka bugtaaliyan duulaanka Israa'iil kadii intan dhaxayti al-Mawasi iyo Khan Yunis waliba la kadilay 71 qofood oo ka jiran awlaad iyo walka badan lambool 89 qofood oo markaasi dhaawacmeen barnaamijka ayaa la darartan saaxiibayaal kolkan waliba fiiriyaan walaaca go'da ka raga kortin Ruushka hoosan dhaga in Afrika ka gado hubka wadanka Ruushka iyo waliba usaas in sheegay in hoosan dhago doona hubka iska gada jiray Afrika sabab la xiriirta dagaalka Ukraine sadaqsana markaasi suuqa banayo Ruushka walana galay Shiinaha oo dalka lamaad alwaahan ka saaro kan badan dhiniga hubka usoon hadda bilaaway colaadaha waa usoon hadda bilaaway in hubka gada dalalka Saharaha ku hooseeyo dalalka kale ee colaadaha ka teegniin Afrika oo iyo ka jiran Suudaan Jamhuuriyadda Dimuqraadiga ee Kongo Koonfurta Suudaan iyo Itoobiya barnaamijka la darartan Joe Biden wali ololashee wadada walana markaasi tii usa rajulin gobe in doorashada marka la dib doorada walaa wiina jar oo keedan in Joe Biden stookan markaasi tii ku guuleysado ay doorashada xisbiga dimuqraadiga waliba shaka galiyeen in marka la sharxadoon waa marka Joe Biden doorashadaas ku guuleysado doona iyagoo absiwiin qaban haddaba Joe Biden marus markaasi tii ololashee ku duhwaay iyo waliba ama campaign usa bil fagaare khudbadan ka jeeyay uska sheegay in walfudud ahayn in codad milaayin la hela wadada Joe Biden oo shakhsiyiisa ka hadalay waliba uu saray wal muhiim ah inaan had sharax isla markaasna guuleysada walwalwal inuu goba iyo 82 sano jirka Mareykanka hogaamiyaha haddana jibin goba waa ku Joe Biden oo bil fagaare ku duhwaay dadku staagas
He'd ride around his golf cart in his course, filling out his scorecard before he picks up his club, rambling about. Think what he's been talking about. Hannibal Lecter, he says, is a nice guy. How Trump would rather be electrocuted than eaten by a shark. You know that whole thing? Remember that? Poor Donald. He can't even watch TV this week because it's Shark Week. And by the way, on a more serious note, I had 32 members mostly from Europe, but 32 members of NATO in Washington. And by the way, and the press has covered this, they give me credit for strengthening NATO, expanding NATO, making it what it is. But look, this is deadly earnest. When that butcher, Putin, who I know have known for a long time, when he invaded Ukraine, here's what Trump said. I'm not making this up either. He called him a genius and said it was wonderful. What in the hell is going on? But people would rather talk about how I mix up names. I guess they don't remember that Trump called Nikki Haley Nancy Pelosi. Well, no. No more. Donald, no more free passes. Today we're going to shine a spotlight on Donald Trump. We're going to do what the press so far hasn't, but I think they're going to soon. We're going to say who he is, what he intends to do. Folks, Donald Trump is a convicted criminal. He's convicted. He was convicted by a jury of his peers of 34 felonies for paying hush money to a porn star and hiding from voters in 2016. Donald Trump was found liable for sexual assault by a judge who told us not to be fooled by Trump's brushing it off. Here's what the judge wrote, quote, the judge in that case wrote, Mr. Trump attempt to minimize sexual abuse, finding it frivolous. Mr. Trump raped her. No, it's the judge's language, not mine. Raped her, as many people understand the word rape. Folks, Donald Trump is a business fraud. He lost his license to do business in New York State. Been fined over $400 million for giving false information to banks. And he's still facing charge for mishandling classified information, which is a criminal offense. He's still facing charge for his role in January 6th trying to overthrow the outcome of the 2020 election. He's still facing charges in Georgia for election interference. Remember his phone call? I just need 11,780 votes. Name me another president who's done any of that. Look, if you want to know how bad a businessman Trump really is, just think about this. He inherited millions of dollars only to squander it. He's filed bankruptcy 6 times. He even went bankrupt running a casino. I didn't think that was possible. Doesn't the House always win at a casino? Most importantly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Trump is a threat to this nation. He led a violent mob on January 6th to overturn the 2020 election. To hold on to power. The election I won by 7 million votes. Folks, by the way, he made these claims about stealing the election. Guess what? What happened was, by the way, no, yeah, I know. Folks, look, give me 1 second. Folks, look, I understand her passion. I understand her passion. That's why I put together a detailed plan that the United Nations accepted, that the Israelis accepted, that the Palestinians have accepted, to end this war. This war must end. It must end. Well, look, we saw with our own eyes, we saw how he sent thousands of people to attack the Capitol, Trump. We saw the police being attacked, the Capitol being ransacked, the mob hunting for the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, gallows set up to hang Vice President Pence. We saw it here in Michigan, a stark attack on your state capitol. A horrendous plot to kidnap your governor. Protests surrounding your home, the home of your Secretary of State, for simply doing her job. She's here tonight. Madam Secretary, I'm proud of you. Where are you, Madam Secretary? That's why I bestowed on the Secretary the Presidential Citizens Medal, one of the nation's highest honors in defense of democracy. Folks, and now Trump wants to pardon those January 6th insurrectionists. It's outrageous. It's wrong. And I will never let it happen. No president has ever attempted to do what Trump tried to do. No president. But Trump is even more dangerous now. No, I'm serious. He's unhinged. He snapped. And he refuses this time around. He refuses this time around to say he'll accept the the results. Can you imagine that? Look, he says if he loses, there will be a bloodbath when he loses. And the United States Supreme Court said there is virtually no limit on the power of a president. Trump said if he wins, he'll be a dictator on day one. He means it, folks. We're not going to let that happen. Over my dead body will happen. Folks, I don't want to complicate, but just look at this right-wing Project 2025. Oh, but it's really focused on, you heard about it. It's a blueprint for the second Trump term that every American should read and understand. Now, of course, Trump is lying about it now. He tries to distance himself, just like he's trying to distance himself from overturning Roe v. Wade, because he knows how toxic it is. But we're not going to let that happen, and the press shouldn't either. Project 2025 is run and paid for by Trump people, his top policy people, his campaign press secretary, his personal bag man in the White House, the biggest funders and more. It was a project built for Trump. Folks, Project 2025 is the biggest attack on our system of government and our personal freedom that has ever been proposed in the history of this country. And here's the nightmare, what it would unleash. Trump Project 2025 will criminalize the shipping of abortion medication, anywhere to deny contraceptive covers, allow a ban nationwide. That's what Project 2025 is calling about. Project 2025 will deploy the Department of Justice to prosecute Trump's enemies. And that's a real deal. Trump's enemies. Trump himself calls his campaign is what he calls it, revenge and retribution. That's what he says. Well, Trump's 2025 project will eliminate the civil service.
guud ahaan waliba aan tahay ka asmarada barnaamijka Arimaha Caalamka wartelkarnaa